Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for March 2024. This is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising, and we're going to get right into it. This is a loaded month. March is a wonderful, fantastic, amazing month. It is a very spiritually active month, very emotionally moving month as well. I really love March. I absolutely love March. It's going to be very refreshing. There's a lot of energy around March. Now, if you thought February was really intense, and it was, there were 8 major conjunctions. February was like an intense month, but it was all about empowerment. So March is really taking all that empowerment energy, all that power, and using it and applying it in March. It's like you being in a video game, right? You being one of those characters where you pick up those gold coins, you got all this power now. Use it in March because you have a huge window of opportunity. There's so much happening for you in March. I don't even know where to start. First, you have so many planets in your 4th house. I would not be surprised if you're moving, if you decide to move, if you get a roommate, if you remodel, do renovations, if you buy real estate, if you get married, because we're moving into Aries season, okay? So this is really, really huge. The 4th house does rule home. Home matters, foundations of your life. And you just have a burst of energy, so much activity there. With all this activity in Pisces, which we'll talk about later. Venus and Mars, by the way, are both moving into Pisces this month. And then we also are moving into Aries season. Okay, so we're moving into Aries season, which is a big deal, right? The sun is exalted in Aries. The sun loves being in Aries, and that rules your 5th house of pleasure, of love, of romance. So as well as family, children, creativity, let me just talk about this real quick. If you are an artist of any kind, graphic designer, interior designer, actor, painter, chef, visionary, anything that we're like creative, this is the month where you're going to feel a huge burst of creativity, okay? Especially you, out of all the signs, like you are one among like the top signs based on what's happening for you. So keep that in mind. That is going to be something that, when Venus moves into Pisces, oh my goodness, that is just like kismet for artists. Like that's huge. And Venus actually does rule like music and dancing. So if you are a musician, like that is a huge deal. But another thing that's happening is that Mercury is moving into Aries, but not for 2 weeks, not for 3 weeks, for 2.5 months. Major. We'll talk about why later, but that is your 5th house. Okay, so a lot of conversations, a lot of thoughts, a lot of thinking in terms of what brings you pleasure, in terms of love, in terms of like your family and children, and even again creativity and procreation. Some of y'all could be having babies for sure. 1000% could be a big thing for you. Last thing is actually like it's the biggest thing of the month. Eclipse. We've come to our first eclipse. We have a major full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. All right. I'm going to talk about this later, but this is huge. We've officially moved into eclipse season this month. And this, for you, Sagittarius, this full moon lunar eclipse in Libra will be in your 11th house. And so there is something that may be coming to an end when it comes to friendship, or a group you belong to, or an organization you belong to, or even something with like a community. It could even be like a LinkedIn community, work community, because there is something new coming through. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. The last thing I have to let you know, this is the last month of the year where there are no retrogrades. So when I say things are going to be moving, things are going to be moving. When I say take action this month, take action this month. You will have no slowdowns. It's like if you look down your path to enlightenment, it is there's nothing in the way. All right. So Sagittarius, if you're new to my channel, after I do your spread, I break it down. I pull more cards. I break it down week by week and tell you everything that's happening this month. Okay. Every week. I mean, we have that new moon in Pisces as a really really beautiful. I really love it. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started, Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on for you. All right, for March 2024. Again, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius rising. If you want to read for your moon and your Venus, all those other placements in your birth chart, you're absolutely welcome to if you want more insight and intel in those areas of your life. So Sagittarius, let's get started. March 2024. Now, Sagittarius, I do a traditional cult to cross spread. It really does offer the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we'll pull clarifiers. Secondly, Sagittarius, you know I love y'all. Thanks so much for being here. You look good. You look really good. Did you get a haircut, Sagittarius? Listen, who's going to win the Oscars? I wonder. Sagittarius, let's get started. Yeah, this is going to be a month. This is going to be a big month for you. Oh my goodness. You are definitely going to have a month. Okay, so you're good. There is going to be a sense of like raising your gratitude this month, and really appreciating everything that you have in your life. That's kind of like the core message, but you have a lot of things to look forward to. Let's get started. You got the High Priestess. All right, the High Priestess came up in your past, and so this is really great. I love the fact that you did get the High Priestess because it's showing you're going through this like emotional transformation. It's showing that you're going through even like a personal transformation that has a lot of like intuitive. It's almost like, here's the thing. We use intuition every day, right? Everyone uses intuition. Everyone has intuition. Now, think about your intuition on a scale. Let's say it's like 5 out of a 10. It seems like this month you're going to be ascending. You're going to be going on like 6, 7, 8. Again, not only is this a very, very spiritual month, but there's a lot of movement here in terms of intuition, okay, compassion, things like that. There is a sense of like going within. There's going to be a lot of deep reflection that you're doing, especially with the High Priestess here. Now, one of the reasons I say transformation is because not only is it the High Priestess and who's, asking you to go within, that's, the trust your intuition. It's really going to guide you at this point, but this card, the High Priestess, rules the moon, right? You see the sliver of the moon at her feet. You see, even the different phases of the moon in her headdress. Well, the moon in astrology is associated with Cancer, all right? And so Cancer is your 8th house of transformation, all right? So it rules your 8th house of transformation, life cycles. There is something here. There is almost like this death and rebirth part of you that's happening this month. It's really, really, really nice. Now, you got the 4 of Cups. The reason why this is so significant, and I really want you to pay attention to this. Remember how I said the High Priestess is associated with the moon. Moon rules Cancer, and the moon rules Cancer. Well, the 4 of Cups, this card is attributed to Moon in Cancer. Very, very interesting. And so I always say when this card comes up, it's a test, okay? It's testing your gratitude, and it's in the heart of your spread. Keep in mind, this is not a weekly reading. It's a monthly reading. So there is something this month where you may be tested in terms of your gratitude and just appreciating the things that you have in your life. Now, I'm not saying that you don't have gratitude. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying look at the hand of spirit offering this cup, okay? The 4th cup. You see he's already got 3 cups. But look at his reaction. He's got his hands crossing over his heart. And so, again, when I say testing your gratitude is like the highest vibration in the law of attraction. And you always want to have that gratitude in your life, even if things are just not going your way or there's some things that are just like, meh. Because this card is actually associated to apathy too. Apathy is such a strong emotion. It's such a strong feeling. They always, the saying, like, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's apathy, right? So this is a month where it's like when you have that gratitude, you're aware of those things. So it's bringing awareness in your life into the things that do bring you joy. Things that, it can be as little as the fact that, dark chocolate exists, or curb your enthusiasm exists, like whatever it is, like just even those little things is what it's saying. Always having that gratitude, the fact that you have a roof over your head, the fact that some people out there don't even get opportunities. This is saying that have that gratitude, and that's going to make all the difference. But also trust your intuition. There is a disconnect with the intuition, because cups are intuition here, right? Cups are love, relationships, emotions, but also intuition. So coming after the high priestess, it's really saying trust your intuition and really go with your intuition and let that guide you, because that's going to make all the difference, and you are definitely going to feel it. You're going to seek it. There's also a sense of something happening in terms of something that's just not emotionally fulfilling for you this month that you may have to recognize. Remember, we have a full moon lunar eclipse at the end of the month. That's really significant. Okay. It's really big, and the energy of it's so high. You may feel it like days before, you may feel it days after, you may feel it even like now, it is so strong. And so there is something that it seems like you may have to let go, because you did get the Knight of Cups. And so, but you got the Knight of Cups in your challenge area. And so, yes, it can have to do with something that is involving a relationship or a partnership. It could be someone that is in your life that you're just like, oh, I don't know anymore. It doesn't have to do with love too. It can be partnerships, relationships, and career. There could be someone that you're just like, I've got to just, maybe reconsider this relationship that I have. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. Okay. Even though the Knight of Cups is like the knight in shining armor and whatnot, all he wants to do is be fulfilled emotionally. All he wants to do is have his cup full, right? So it's you at the end of the day in terms of what do you want emotionally. There may be something you have to recognize here that you are receiving, but there could be something where it's just like, I don't know if I'm invested in this anymore. But if you're not invested in anymore, still have that gratitude for all the things that are bringing you joy, okay? Because that's going to open up all the doors for you. Now, looking at your entire spread here, it definitely seems like there is something that's happening that hasn't interestingly, something that's may happen this month where it's like you're not getting what you want, or what you want hasn't happened, okay? So keep that in mind, because there is going to be a change. And again, the higher your gratitude, the easier it is to attract the things that you want. Einstein himself said it, okay? Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. We're all made of energy. We all vibrate at a certain frequency, all right? There is a reason why when you walk down the street, you see a big old, monster on the left, you see, angel on the right. You're going to go on the right, right? That's the energy that angel's putting out is high energy. It's high frequency. That monster is that low frequency energy. You want to match that, okay? Match that energy of the frequency you want in your life. And I'm only saying that because you have these two cup cards where this is all about apathy, and even boredom is associated with this card. But also there's almost also like a sense of like refusing someone's love, or refusing something that could bring you a lot of joy, but again, it could also be the opposite. It could be the fact that something has just reached this point where just like, I don't know anymore. But just recognize it and have that gratitude throughout the month, because look at your spread. All right. You got the Page of Wands in your crown and the Sun in the root of your spread. Hello, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be great as long as you recognize what is that thing that may be bringing you a little bit of discontent. Okay. Something that you're ready to let go. And this is a month where you are going to let things go. Remember, this is a month where there's a lot of new things happening. In order for you to make room for these new things to happen in your life, you've got to let some things go. You got to make room for them. All right. Now, Page of Wands, you definitely want something new. Okay. And Page of Wands, this is someone, it looks like there's something new that you want to grow, something that you want to look at the wand. All right. You see the leaves sprouting from the wand. Okay. So this page has that power to him being in this desert, barren landscape. He's got the power to turn that landscape into this lush, verdant garden of everything that he's passionate about. Ones are your passions, your ideas, creativity. Creativity, again, is going to be a big thing for you. You may have these really great creative ideas for maybe like a new business venture, or maybe like, being creative on a date, or, first date. Like there's just, you're going to feel that creative energy. But there is definitely something that you're thinking about that you want to, in a sense, like transform your life. Okay. Now, you've got the sun. Again, this is like, if you've ever gotten a tarot reading, this is the biggest yes in tarot. This is optimism. It's opportunity. It's abundance. It's vitality. It's growth. And when I talked about energy earlier, remember I said we all vibrate at a certain frequency. You always want to match that high frequency. Well, look at the sun here giving off those vibrations, that frequency, the rays coming from the sun. Okay. That is what I'm talking about. Like, shine that light within you. All right. Wow. Who says that? But anyway, you do see the wisdom child on the white horse. There's a lot of innocence in this card, a lot of like even victory with the red banner, but there's a lot of really nice optimistic energy that comes with this sun. And you could be feeling a lot of that, or even like moving toward that, or wanting to feel it. But again, a lot of it will have to do with letting something go and recognizing if there is something that you're holding on to. It could even be like a grudge or something that it's just not fulfilling you anymore. And remember, it can be something that has to do with a friendship or a group you belong to, where just like, I don't know if I belong in this, or I don't know if I like this anymore. I don't know if this, we've been, mates for 20 years. And now I'm just like, we just don't see eye to eye. People grow apart. This, life is what life is, right? But there is something where you just have to like not let it affect you emotionally. Now, when you do that, you're good. I mean, you're good. You have the Two of Cups in your future. So, yeah, you're good. You're good. You're amazing. The Two of Cups is, we call it like, in layman's terms, it's like the soulmate card, the twin flame card, the true love card. This is two souls, right? Becoming one. This is love transcending time and space itself. This is a lot of healing too. All right. So you see all this potential in your future here. This is really, really, really amazing. Now, what makes this really amazing? It's that it is pretty much life-changing, because what's happening here? Look across your cross. High Priestess, the moon. Four of Cups, moon in Cancer. Two of Cups, Venus in Cancer. What did I say? Cancer rules your 8th house of transformation, death and rebirth, life cycles. Okay, so this is huge. This is really big. And so a lot of it is accepting, it really is also accepting a lot of self-love this month as well. But you're going to be absolutely fine. There is almost like someone waiting for you to have this moment of self-reflection, and then when you come out of it, there you go. And it could be, someone that's already in your life. It could be like a new love. There could be, and remember, career is a big thing as well. So there could be some movement in career as well. But again, at the end of the day, this can be platonic as well. The Two of Cups, but also again, self-love, a lot of healing in this card. You even see, I'm going to show you the caduceus here. Okay. It is the, medical symbol of healing, right? But it's also one of the oldest alchemical symbols that, if you think about it, like if you do yoga, you would know like the Kundalini, right? From the base of your spine to the, all through all 7 chakras to like the crown, your divine, everything. It's that driving life force. And so this is, again, very special. You have a lot to look forward to. You're good. Let's get to your stuff. Sagittarius, oh my goodness. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments, tell me what's going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I would not be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, there you go. You are this is a big month for you. This is definitely going to be a big month for you. This is a life-changing month for you. This is a very spiritually driven, like when when you turn on HBO, or there's that like that sound, like that's what's happening this month for you. You are definitely having a big month. Let's get started. Knight of Pentacles. All right. So this is really great because it does look like you want to establish this longevity into something. Okay. Something that you're investing in. Yes, it can be career. Yes, it can be actual investments. It could be something money related. It could be something that you are, again, really want it to just grow, okay, and turn into this long-term thing, in it to win it energy. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is. Now, yes, it can be money, it can be wealth, it can be just financial security. At the end of the day, Pentacles are earthbound, so your physical reality as well. So think about that thing that you really want to invest your all your energy into, essentially, right? Now, what's really great about this is that there is a lot of aspects happening this month. I really support that. But remember what I said from the very beginning. There's got to be something that you've got to let go this month. You've really got to let it go. All right? Because it's almost like it could be having some sort of impact on your self-confidence and your self-worth. All right? So, and I say that because you do have the Four of Cups and you're in the heart of your spread. But now with the Devil coming up, in your external factors area, there is something you really have to get go. Now, the Devil, here's the thing. What's really interesting is that it's coming with the Two of Cups here. You have the Two of Cups. Remember, it's two becoming one. In the card here, you can see the couple from the Lover's card, okay? Now, it can have to do with relationships. Sure, there could be some sort of relationship, partnership. Again, doesn't have to be love, but possibly for a lot of y'all, yes, it can be something career related, maybe like a toxic boss. It can be, a friendship that you realize like, this person, I got to move on. At the end of the day, whatever it is, it could be what's draining you, which is why you have the Four of Cups in the heart of your spread, okay? Don't let that affect you, okay? Don't let that affect you. The Devil represents everything that you would think that the Devil represents. Addictions, bad behaviors, vices, but also pessimistic thinking. So think about all that. So whatever it is that you may feel a little like about, it's something you've got to release and heal from, right? And heal from. That is the key word, but it really is something that could be draining. You do see the chains are the two people chained to the Devil here. The chains are loose, okay? And just like the Lover's card, this is all about choice. So you have this choice. Are you going to break free or are you going to stay chained to the Devil? You do not want to be chained to the Devil, which is causing this, the Knight of Cups in your challenge area and the Four of Cups here. All right. So again, it really can have to do with a relationship or a partnership. It's heavily like, look at this. Okay. It could, and again, just know that it does what resonates with you. All right. When I say those words. Now, you do have the Ace of Swords, which is great because it seems like your head's there. You want this breakthrough. You want this change. You're looking for a really big change. In fact, you want this like victorious moment, especially, with the sun in the root of your spread as well. So bring your heart, have that alignment. Okay. Mind, body, spirit, all of that. All right. So it really is saying that there is, it's almost like you do want to break free. It just may be like emotionally, you don't know how. And so this is a month where, again, trust your intuition and recognize it. But in the end, you're going to be fine. One of the biggest things that will be helpful is communicating. Don't hold things in. Definitely communicate this month. Okay. One of the reasons why, actually, Mercury is going to be very active this month, as you know. So communicate as much as you can this month. One of the reasons why I say that is because judgment is attributed to Pluto. As we know, Pluto is in Aquarius, which rules your third house of communication. So
other thing, remember how I said like earlier, you would have this, that angelic moment. This is a card of spiritual awakening. And so in the end, remember I said this month is very spiritual. It's very, very spiritually driven, not only in the first half of the month with the sun in Pisces, with a bundle of planets in Pisces, and the new moon in Pisces, but even when we move into Aries season, we have Venus, Mars, Saturn, Neptune in Pisces. So there's a lot of Pisces activity this month, which is all about spirituality. And again, a lot of it can have to do with home, something that's happening at home. A significant other, family, children, parents, something there, moving, real estate, something there. But this is deeply personal though. Okay. So this is still Pluto represents transformation. You've got it across your cross here, transformation. And then you got the card of transformation, but spiritual transformation, spiritual awakening, even just having this wake up call, like, oh, I've snapped out of it. I've snapped out of this. I'm letting go of this devil energy. And then boom, all this love abound, transcending time and space itself. So you're really good. It's like this wake up call where you're like, yes, I do want this meaningful life experience because I deserve it and I'm going to have it. Okay. So you're actually really good. You just have to recognize what is that one thing that maybe, that you're maybe like a little over, but something that you may feel stuck into. Okay. Really try to pull out of that with the devil energy in your, external factors area. And it could be, again, it can be just someone in your life that may be a little draining or just maybe causing you to think in ways that you're just like, this isn't me. This isn't me. I'm ruled by Jupiter. This isn't me. So let's get to your, let's see what's going on. Okay, let's break it down week by week. Sagittarius, first week of March. Now, I said this last week. The first weekend of March is the best weekend of March. Okay. And it doesn't mean the other weekends are bad. I'm just saying this is the sun sextiling Jupiter. This is Jupiter, your ruling planet. This is Jupiter, the planet of good luck, good fortune, prosperity, all of that. It's very nice. Everyday activities for you. Jupiter sits in Taurus in your sixth house, work, health and fitness, pets, every day. Like I said, your routines. Anyway, this is a day where it's just like, it kicks off the month in this very optimistic way. A lot of, good fortune around this day, a lot of luck around this day. So I really like it. It's very special. Now, another day that I want you to know, March 8th, mark this in your calendar. Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. Now, this is a magical day. Neptune is like very dreamy and imaginative. And I really love this aspect. Remember, conjunctions are really strong, but this is like really nice chemistry, very powerful. And so you could just it's a magical day. And it's a day where it's just like you could be dreaming really big. You could be communicating your dreams, but you could be dreaming of like my dream house or, whatever you're dreaming about, there's movement to it. Okay. And remember, this is all happening in your fourth house of home and family. Okay. Now on the 9th, Mars squaring Uranus. So squares, as we know, are a little challenging. Now, okay, this square is, remember Mars is a little aggressive, very assertive, especially in this aspect, okay, with a square that's challenging. So this day you could find something really competitive or even like combative. It could be a day where you just don't see eye to eye with people. This is going to be very interesting because Mars at this point is still in Aquarius, and Aquarius is like the rebellious, right? A sign. So a little rebellious energy here too. So maybe like a power trip, power struggle. Just be cool and you'll be fine. Just stay frosty. Don't poke any bears. No bear poking. Don't let bears poke you. This is one of those days where you just want to, just be really cool about things. Like I've been saying in other, signs or other readings, like this is when, Ryan Gosling could come up to you in Barbie Land and do some dance off. Is like, I am Ken dance, but you just want to be Margot Robbie and have that compromise. Okay. So this is a day where you just want to compromise, see eye to eye with people. Don't let anyone do a dance off with you and you're going to be fine. Okay. Now, the reason why you are going to be fine is because this is a loaded day. What's happening with this Mars squaring Uranus on the same day the sun will sextile Uranus. So do you see here that whatever should happen, if a challenge arises, it's almost like there's going to be something surprisingly like a solution that comes up. Everything just surprisingly works out. Remember, Uranus is all about surprises. It's also breakthroughs. So whatever happens today, it's almost like it was meant to happen for you to see something differently too. Now, on the same day, Mercury moves into Aries. So now you got Mercury moving into Aries, which is extremely like active. This is your mind like, whoa, I have a lot of thoughts. I have great ideas. This is you communicating in a lot of different ways. But this is something where I feel like it's going to be very passionate for you because remember, it's in your 5th house of pleasure and love and romance and creativity. So I love this. And the reason why Mercury is going to be in Aries for so long until mid-May is because Mercury will retrograde in April. And just, I'm going to make you aware of that now. That's our first retrograde. Well, no, it's not our first retrograde. But it's a retrograde. So actually, is it? It is. But it's going to be pretty much retrograde all of April. And so Mercury has to go through, Aries again, with, it's retrograding and then it's, goes back into, forward momentum, forward motion. And so it kind of has to go back through Aries again, through the degrees until, it gets to Taurus. So that's why it's there for so long. But just remember, Mercury is not retrograde in March. All right. Just giving you a heads up to just do everything that you need to do this month. Communicate everything that you have to communicate this month. All right. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the first week of March. You got the 2 of Pentacles. How interesting. How interesting. Okay, so with the 2 of Pentacles here, you're definitely going to have to. It's almost like there's a lot happening now. There's a lot happening, and you've got to make some decisions. I wouldn't say it's a big decision. I'm not getting that energy. It's more like prioritizing one thing over the other. The other thing is it could have to do with actual money. Like maybe you're deciding between jobs or something that has to do with money and finances. It could be related to home matters as well, but at the end of the day, it could be work stuff as well. And that could also be this energy here. Maybe you're at a job that you're just like, I don't know if I want to be here anymore. Especially with the devil energy. Now, with the devil in your external factors area, now you're getting the 2 of Pentacles. The 2 of Pentacles is a Capricorn card, and the devil is Capricorn. And so Capricorn actually rules your 2nd house of finances and money. So there literally could be something that you're thinking about, but it could also be like the fact that you get like a new job offer, a new project, something comes through, and you don't know how to find that in your life, balance it, or maybe you're taking on too much at this point, and so you have to figure, if I drop these 2 things, I still have to, make money. But anyway, there is something that is almost like, it's more like just making sure things are balanced out, okay, in your life. Now, in the 2nd week of March, so we get to the new moon in Pisces. Now, this is happening on March 10th. Mark it in your calendar. This is when a lot of y'all are going to have really big moments. Sagittarius, this is going to be a really big moment for you, especially with all this Pisces energy. It's very interesting when I look at what's happening for y'all. You're definitely going to feel this a lot. The mutable signs are going to feel this, but even still, this new moon in Pisces, very spiritual, very like meditative, very, Pisces is faith. Pisces is, meditation, it's healing, it's creativity, it's imagination, it's intuition, it's all those things. It's very, just again, very spiritual. It's very like Tulum, 1980s. It's holistic, and you already got all these cards of like healing and spirituality, and so that is going to be a big focus for you. But this is a new moon in Pisces in your 4th house of home and family. So again, a lot of y'all are moving. A lot of y'all are moving or thinking about moving or thinking about doing something about home. There's something here around that, maybe a significant other, there's family, children, there's something here, real estate, maybe even, especially remember you have all these Cancer cards, and that's 8th house is shared resources too. But anyway, so yeah, there's definitely going to be something. I want you to just set intentions. That's what you do during new moons, and it works. I mean, that's why we set intentions, right? If you go back to like ancient cultures, ancient civilizations, they all did rituals around new moons. All right. So there is a sense of like, yep, this works, and it's worked for thousands of years. What it is just putting your energy out there. Okay. Putting your energy out there. That's what it is. Remember, that is something that you're going to recognize this month is like really vibrating at a high frequency. You hear that? The church bells going off. Is that a sign, Sagittarius? During this spiritual month. Anyway, so that's cool. Now, on the 10th, the same day, Mercury sextiling Pluto, there is this depth again that comes with Pluto. Pluto is the underworld, right? So think about the underworld. Think about the Mariana Trenches. All right. That's deep. That's really, really, really deep. There have been more people in space than there have in the Mariana Trenches. Now, this day, because it's sextiling Pluto, there could be some secrets that come up. There's mysteries, there's so much mystery in the bottom of the ocean, right? So this could happen around this day, around this new moon, something that you just spot that you may have to communicate, or something that you realize. Remember, Mercury is communication, logic as well. Pluto is in Aquarius in your 3rd house of communication and logic and thinking. So there could be something that, it's almost like a relief, that something that you're like, well, I need to get this off my chest. I'm glad that I do. It's also, someone could communicate something to you that it's something that you needed to hear. All right. Could be it could be, I don't know, your partner or your best friend, or, I don't know, your boss that, tells them they're, I don't know, Sigourney Weaver. And you're like, oh, okay, that, makes sense. And, that was their secret life for so long. And anyway, you get what I'm saying here. So on the 11th, Venus does move into Pisces. We're going to talk about this more in the weekly reading, but Venus is exalted in Pisces. We love when Venus is in Pisces. Okay, Venus loves being in Pisces. This is compassion on a whole other level. This is when I was saying, like, if you're an artist of any type, but this is just creativity, like just bursting. This is amazing. And Venus is going to be here all month long. All right. So I absolutely love this. Remember, at this point, we have the Sun, Venus, Neptune, and Saturn in Pisces. Okay. All in your 4th house of home. A lot of attention there. So let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the 2nd week of March. King of Swords. Remember, there's a lot going on up here. And so communicate. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of power now, especially with the King of Swords, and this is just destined to be how it is. Remember what I said, that Mercury sextiling Pluto, Pluto being in Aquarius, Aquarius being your 3rd house. You see that circle there, okay? Well, the King of Swords is Aquarius, okay? And the swords are about communication and thinking and logic. So really pay attention to this week. Communicate the things that you have to. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of authority. It seems like there are things that you want to move forward with in terms of what you're thinking about, in terms of the things that you were manifesting. So I really love the fact that you did get the King of Swords, okay? It's just being very headstrong this week. Now, 3rd week of March, on March 17th, okay? I really want you to pay attention to the Sun conjuncting Neptune, March 17th. This is big. This is a dreamy day. It's like your life is going to feel like a fairy tale. I just feel like around this time you could have this really big moment. Again, that has to do with home, something with your foundation of your life, like home, your literal home, family, children, something here that, again, we'll talk about this more in length in the weekly spread. Or in the weekly reading, but this is a very highly compassionate day. Okay. Now on the 19th, we have the spring equinox in the southern hemisphere. I'm sorry. Wait, where are we? I'm sorry. Here in the northern hemisphere. And then fall in the southern hemisphere. Who am I? I'm upside down today. But on the same day, on the 19th is when the sun moves into Aries. Remember what I said, the sun is exalted in Aries. The sun loves being in Aries. It does so well in Aries, and it's in your 5th house of pleasure. So this is when you're like, oh my goodness, you're going to feel so passionate. You're going to feel so driven. Remember, Aries' ruling planet is Mars. So there's that drive, and it's just so exciting. A lot of new beginnings around this time. Okay. A lot of new beginnings, and you will feel this. You will definitely feel this. On the 21st, the sun will sextile Pluto. Absolutely love this. This is just, this is a day where you will communicate in a way where it's this King of Swords energy, this confidence in the way that you communicate, in the way that you just feel empowered around this time. This is you just kicking down doors saying, that's my cookie. Where's my money? Like, whatever you need. Like, this is you. It's a day where, if you need to be seen, you will be seen. If you need to be heard, you will be heard. Pluto is a lot of power here. When it sextiles the sun, oh my goodness, that's a lot of power. Now, on the same day, Venus will conjunct Saturn. So now we have another powerful conjunction. This is with Saturn. So there is almost a sense of there's something, this is all, again, happening in your 4th house of home, family, children, things that have to do with home. And so there is something where it's almost just find that balance between fun and getting serious about something. Have that compromise, have that merge here. And again, we'll talk more about this in the weekly reading, but on the 22nd, Mars will move into Pisces. So now we have Venus and Mars, the two cosmic lovebirds, so much chemistry, right? So charisma that brings out that charisma in you, but a lot of chemistry here. And remember, Mars is just that energy. Mars is literally energy. It's even physical energy, and that should make a big, it should have an impact on you, because you do have Uranus and Jupiter in your 6th house of health and fitness as well. But you could start feeling this charge about this time. And so it's really, really, really nice. And again, Venus and Mars in Pisces all month long. Super, super nice. So 24th is the last day that I want you to know about this week. Venus sextiling Jupiter. These are the two benefic planets, mutual reception here. This is absolutely amazing. This is really, really nice in terms of, you can find a lot of luck in terms of home matters, in terms of matters of the heart, the things that you desire as well. Everything is just really nice this day. Even you could have, if you're single, oh, this is the day. Okay. If you're in a relationship, oh, this is a day where you just feel really, really true love. But anyway, then, and if you're not here for love or romance, this is just a day where you can just be very lucky in terms of creativity, in terms of even money. Venus does rule money. But anyway, let's see what's going on for you. So you see the 3rd week is loaded. There's a lot happening. So let's see what's going on for you for the 3rd week of, gosh. Okay, let me do that again. That was half this stack here. Okay. This is called suspense. And me having a really great day of my shuffling skills. Let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the 3rd week of March. You're good. You got the Queen of Pentacles. You're really good here. The money thing is definitely happening here. Okay. So, that's really nice. And the Queen of Pentacles is the richest queen. What's very interesting about what's happening here is that, remember, you have these 2 Capricorn cards that are really strong. Now you have the Queen of Pentacles, who is Capricorn, who is the richest queen. Capricorn rules your second house, like I said, of money, finances, income. So you could see something brewing around this time where, if it's not money, she's very practical, very pragmatic, but she's also a provider. She provides. You even see her hands underneath the pentacle, right? Giving, okay? Really giving here. Now, with all this energy in Pisces, really, really big, but also very spiritual. Remember, compassionate energy, but with Uranus and Jupiter in your sixth house, there is that sense of, service to others and selflessness, which is very, very nice. But this is you just building this world that you want for yourself and feeling all this wealth in your life and feeling this growth in your life. It's very, very nice. She is the richest queen, and she is someone that takes care of everybody. And when I say take care of everybody, again, with the resources she has, remember she's giving, right? That pentacle. And pentacles, as I explained, is your physical reality too. So you could feel just like wealth in your life at this point. You could just feel really good about the things that are happening in your life. Now, the last week of March. Oh yeah, so on the 25th we've got that full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. This is really big. This is remember, these are all connected with the nodal shifts, the lunar nodes that I've been talking about forever, and it's a big thing. You're gonna feel, all the eclipses are moving into Libra and Aries. We have that big one in Aries next month, but this is a time where something's going to go. All right. Something's got to go. Something that you may even feel like a little unstable. And again, we've seen it here in your spread. There's something that is possibly not fulfilling you emotionally. And there's also something that you could be attached to that is not good for you, that you're just like, okay, I got to really just... And it can be a friendship. It can be a group you belong to. It could be something with social media as well. That's part of the 11th house. All right. 11th house is also your hopes and your wishes and dreams. There could be something that, not that it's coming to an end, but it's like it's one part of it's coming to an end and you're ascending in this area. Remember, life is just cycles, and that is astrology too. It's all cycles. You can trace this back to October 2023. See what happened around that time. And again, we'll talk about this more in the weekly reading, but we have another eclipse in Libra in October this year. So you see that it's a cycle. So anyway, this full moon in Libra, full moon lunar eclipse, asking you, what has reached a point of fatigue? What is something that has to go? What is something that's not serving me well anymore? So there is a sense of this eclipse being liberating. Okay, but let's see what's going on for you. Actually, I want you to remember the 28th too. Just write this down. Venus exiling Uranus. So this is, if you are single, wow, big one. Okay. This is when you could have like a sliding doors moment. You could meet someone at, the Dairy Queen, wherever you go, wherever people go to meet singles these days, someone that just turns out to be your soulmate, someone standing in line. But if you're in a relationship, this is also couples having this just surprising moment that has this element of breakthrough too. Okay. Which is really nice. So it's like, if y'all went on a vacation that brought you closer together, and it's a surprising way y'all went, snorkeling and saw a UFO, whatever happens, like, you do you, Sagittarius. It's just going to be a very magical day of like surprises and breakthroughs. I love it. Now let's see what's going on for you. Okay. For, and money too. Oh yeah. Money as well with Venus there, but let's see what's going on for you, Sagittarius, for the last week of March. You got the Two of Swords. Very interesting. And I'm not surprised because that's been happening a lot, but because of the Two of Swords is actually attributed to Moon in Libra. And we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. So very interesting here. Very interesting. Trust your intuition. That's all it's saying. Okay. There is something that's coming to an end. You've got to be willing for it. You've got to let it come to an end, but it may be emotional for you. And we've already seen it here. Okay. So it's not a big surprise, but you even see the sliver of the moon here. Right. And so just remember there's something that it's you really going within. That's all this is saying. Okay, you see that. Remember, we started with the High Priestess, where you see the sliver of the moon in both of the cards. All right, so remember, trusting your intuition is key. Really going within is key, to the point you're comfortable taking off that blindfold. There is something that you're thinking about, and you have to go within to really think about this moment and really trust your intuition on moving forward with something. Okay, but there is a sense of just coming together now. That is going to be a big theme for you, because you did get 3 2s out of 4. You got 3 out of 4 2s. You got the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords. So a little bit of duality, but more, again, just something coming together. But in order for that to happen, it's that gratitude, but it's also that sense of trusting your intuition to let that happen. It's going to be a very spiritual month with the Judgment card in your final outcome. But it's almost like you having this awakening, and you having this, oh, I know what I want, and this is my life purpose. But you have the 2 of Cups in your future, like and you have a lot going on. But March is a big month, like I said. Anyway, Sagittarius, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Look how dark it got. Anyway, wow. And next week we will talk about a lot more about these aspects. Okay, we'll talk about these aspects. Sagittarius, I will see you next week. Thanks so much. Bye.